to Mass Effect Andromeda, everyone. So, last time we spent a lot of time on the Tempest, getting to know most of our squad mates quite a bit better. It was probably my favourite part of the game we've had so far. That and looking at I keep forgetting what to call them. The Revenant? Is it the Revenant? Remnant? I keep forgetting what to call them, but that underground... I think it's Revenant, right? The Revenant atmosphere altering. This is a horrible start. Anyway, but that in terms of spectacle, that was amazing. But in terms of just, I think one of the main reasons people enjoy Mass Effect is caring about your crew, knowing their histories and their backstories. So Cora's in particular had a real cool flavour to it because she's lived a very different life, even though she's still a bit stiff in terms of being kind of like your upstanding military personnel. I think what sets her apart, if we're looking, I know we're not meant to compare it to the original games, but in terms of comparing it to previous human squad mates, she definitely has. If you're comparing to like Ashley and Kaidan from Mass Effect 1, she's got way more flavour to her because she was with an Asari commando unit, and it's not just like a kind of hard upbringing of a biotic story like Kaidan's was, and it's not just like a slightly troubled human family history like it was with Ashley. It just had a real adventurous flavour to it. Like, people were a bit scared of her, she was an outcast, but then she got to go and live this completely different life with this Asari commando unit. It was just fascinating to me, yeah. And PB and Drac, it was awesome. So we're gonna this episode is probably just going to be more of the same. We're going to go talk to Vetra and Liam, see what we can learn about them. Then I'm probably just going to spend... I don't want to go back to the Nexus too quick. I'm just going to explore whatever star systems we have available to us, do some planet description reading and all that good stuff. We've got our, I don't know what to call it, Indiana Jones outfit on. Oh, right, we can get through to the quarters.
Most
here.
of the crew bunks in here. Cozy,
oh,
huh?
right.
But your room's got more of a view.
We obviously didn't come in here earlier. The crew info board. Okay, dinner tonight, a null entry. Sorry, everyone. I forgot we were taking turns, and half the rations aren't unpacked yet, from Callow. Got you covered, Callow. There's soup in the gallery, Dextro and Levo for me, and fruit cocktail. And to think, we might have left port without you. Lost and found coffee mug. Found a mug yesterday near the biolab. Nice one with a magnetized base. You left it stuck sideways to a bulkhead, Cora. That's mine. I just put it down for a sec when my hands were full, Subi. Next time, maybe empty it first. Anyone want to help me move a couch? Not right now. But I'll keep you on my list, especially if you're biotic and can drop the weight. Pay you back in beer or whatever else we find. Liam. Are you serious? I never joke about comfortable seating. Liam. Comfortable isn't the term for it. You're serious. You're just jealous of the best seat in the house. Not a thing, not a house. Welcome to your new info board. Congratulations, Pathfinder Rider, on a successful installation of your info board version 3.4. You are now ready to keep yourself and your staff informed on the latest developments aboard the Tempest. Comments. Okay, I've set up everyone's user accounts. How about it? So we can post anything here? Anything you want the whole crew to see, though I disabled image embedding. Good, missed opportunities. Drac and PB are officially on the team. I finished the assignment paperwork for the Nexus. Had to fudge a few details, but you're both officially members of the Pathfinder team. Welcome. And Drac, I just wanted to check in publicly about what I said. Relax, Harper. The best headbutt is always the one you don't see coming, Drac. I'll keep that in mind, Cora. Okay, that's cool. Liam was... I'm not sure where. I think Vetra is in there. Oh, the
You're
doctor.
not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years in the Hyperion looking after your brother.
Oh, he's missing out.
Joke's on him. Scott's a handful.
I think you're both trouble. Hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
Oh, don't worry, I'm sure you'll be fine.
I couldn't be in better hands.
Uh-oh.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here...
What?
A Ket corpse. For autopsy.
Yeah, fair enough.
A live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Okay.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
Okay. An anatomist and a physician. Interesting thesis. Oh no, you're full of surprises. I do quite like Lexi. The voice, right? I feel like I was thinking about, like, you know, how the one with Cora and then Peavy. I feel like maybe I should at least begin something here. At least. I should be so lucky, right? All right, let's throw this one out there. Let's be a complete stereotype. She's a Sari. She's a doctor. She likes alien species. I mean, yeah.
I had no idea. I'd love to hear more.
Oh no.
Over dinner, maybe?
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh.
Thing is, Ryder, you're not my type.
Okay.
What's your type?
Not a patient. I need to be able to look at you clinically without distractions.
Am
Fair
I
enough.
distracting?
Not nearly as much as you think you are.
Oh.
But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about.
Oh god, we're gonna get
Sam,
reputation.
Make sure the Pathfinder eats her vegetables.
Well, that was embarrassing. I didn't think we were going to be that forward. I thought it might have just been like a subtle hint. We're American after all. We have to accept that we can't be subtle. Facial reconstruction suite. What's this? Oh, we can change our appearance. Oh right. I'm fine with how we look. Oh, gonna have to load all the shaders and. Come on, game. Right, I won't press that again. You've got this. You don't need an old man a few hundred years your junior to tell you you're ready for this. I'll do it anyway because I know it's true. You keep your rider safe, and I'll do the same with mine. Harry. Right, let's see if she's got anything more to say.
So we have a stowaway.
You mean Peavy?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
Yeah. I figured that one out for myself. So what led you to becoming a doctor?
How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands.
Dad was
They
a bouncer?
put every credit they earned into my education.
Wait, don't
Are
we know
they here in
them?
Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
Bouncer and a dancer. Do we know who that is? I feel like we know who that is. I'm not sure. I think that we went on this mission during Mass Effect 2, so the whole Omega DLC stuff wouldn't have happened yet, so. How come you joined the Hyperion?
So how did an Asari doctor end up on the human ark?
Oh, right.
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember? That includes humans.
Yeah, true.
Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
Harry. Okay, maybe she's got a thing for him.
How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel.
Okay, I think they're an item.
He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
Yeah, okay, we've stepped on Harry's toes here. Well, not really. We just got flat rejected. How are the crew?
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by species.
Why?
Why do you sort them that way?
Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
The humans?
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
Okay, we've got an idea with Cora.
How's Cora doing?
Still jealous?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor.
Oh, okay.
She expected to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah.
But he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
Liam?
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new.
He's like a puppy.
Liam's we can't lose attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
Okay. Suvi?
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
Who's Gil again?
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head on.
I'd like to check in on the non-human crew.
Ask away.
Can you tell me anything else about PB?
Is PB alright?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Vetra?
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
Okay. Carlo?
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Okay. An old man Drac.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Yeah, of course.
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Sure.
Thanks for the insight.
Do you know anything about these memory fragments?
I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to see.
Or he thought you weren't ready for.
Maybe. I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel. From when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
Yeah, it was probably a turning point in his determination to further his research in AI, because he could see it as a means of curing her cancer, right?
It was where his journey to Andromeda really began.
Those events started your family down a new path.
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi. Feels good to talk about this.
I think that there is a chance that our mother might be in cryo somewhere. I can't... Right? I think there's a chance of that.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
I don't know if that would stop... I know we're in deep into science fiction here, but I don't know if that would stop things metastasizing or whatever. Okay, we just got rejected categorically. Where else can we go? Let's go talk to Vetra. I think she's in here with the Nomads. She was
If
last
you're
time.
looking for me, I'm in the escape pod room.
No, I'm not looking for you. But
I'll talk to someone. Maybe they could use you on comms.
So you get to be with the Pathfinder and I have to watch your radio?
The radio or help Kesh with cleanup.
Oh.
Sid.
Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Sounds younger.
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
And he leads on the Turian arc.
So I know it
guess.
feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
Well, yeah, it's better than the Nexus.
I would have done the same just to get off the Nexus.
That's not why I came. Sure, I want to explore the galaxy, but I'm really here to work.
Okay.
I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
God, you can just attempt to seduce everyone. I like Vetra. Now we're looking pretty good ourselves here in this particular frame, right? I don't know. I don't know how many other options we're going to get. I don't want to have, like... I guess I should always pick these, right? Because... we'll surely be able to say, to change what we want to do further down the line. Alright, sack it!
Wow, that's some laser focus.
Yeah? Was it too much? Some people get intimidated.
I'm not just some people. I really like the intensity.
Uh-oh.
That's good. It's nice to feel appreciated.
Oh no.
I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
Uh-oh. So have I essentially, like, I don't know, I can't imagine they'd cut everything off. Maybe we'll get other opportunities to suggest things like that to Cora and PB if we feel obliged.
Terraforming, Atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
No, I guess that's going to be part of our experience in a brand new galaxy.
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving, and everyone hates moving. Just the packing alone.
Yeah,
Blech.
true.
Point taken. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
I think we've got to find not just a home, we've got to find several homes.
The plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
Keep that drive. Makes me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
Oh, see, yeah. Oh, I wish I would have asked Cora now. Ah, damn it. Okay, so she's definitely got that kind of Turian desire to, I don't know, serve a cause, serve her government, I guess. You know, there's that real sense of duty in Turian culture, isn't there? So maybe that's kind of coming through in what the Doctor told us. So yeah, you saw the uprising on the Nexus?
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't, and that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
It's pragmatic, but a little cold. So how did you end up joining?
How did you hear of the Andromeda Initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually I figured out something was going on, something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
I wish you wouldn't necessarily have those goggles on. It's just really difficult to see your eyes and stuff. Back channels?
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
Yeah, it seems like it sounds a bit like you're taking advantage.
That just sounds like you're taking advantage of people.
Is it? I get people what they want, and they do want, or they wouldn't pay.
Alright. Anyone special in your life?
Have anyone else here with you? Besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean, someone special.
Special? Oh. You mean like... Oh. No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
I don't know why I'm going down this path. Maybe soon.
Anywhere's gonna feel empty if you don't have someone to share it with.
A romantic? I wasn't expecting that. And again, the entire idea of leaving everything you know for a chance at something new is kind of romantic.
Sure.
Anyway.
Oh god, this is awkward. I'll see you later.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Alright. Don't want to end up in an accidental romance. I just don't know, how would this work with a Turian? Right, they've not really got any lips or anything. Right? Right, so before we go and find Liam, I noticed that the squad needs leveling up because we've got 2 new squad mates. So Liam, you've got 8 points. So you've got this Havoc Strike, which yeah, let's some military training. Let's put some points into this. What do we need? 18 points invested in that. Okay. So the defense, 20% health. Yeah, let's stick 3 points in here, and then we can put 2 points into 2 of these. The frag grenade. The enemies do move quite a lot, so that kind of seems a little bit wasteful at times. So let's invest in Havoc Strike and some more military training. And then let's check out old Peebs. So let's start off by just getting the base level in everything. And then I'll actually read what I'm buying here. Okay, so we've got Invasion. PB hacks into her enemy's hard suits, infecting them with an invasive VI that weakens enemy defenses. Okay, so she's going to be like a biotic / engineer class. Okay. Weakens their defenses. So what, that'll be useful at reducing armor and shields, I guess. We've got Pull, which is something we can use. PB applies a negative mass field to her target, yanking it off the ground. Hold to drag an enemy or objects with you. Affected enemies are primed for combo detonations. Duelist improves PB's offensive capabilities, and Survivalist, a combination of PB's training and experience help us survive. Yeah, so I'm going to just keep going for defensive stuff at first here. Then doesn't sound like she's frontline too much. I feel like we should invest in Invasion here. And we'll put some points into Pull, sure. And then when we get the next 3 points, I'll put that into Invasion again as well. Alright, Drac, let's have a look. I imagine you're going to be purely like frontline. Oh, he's got an Incinerate. That's a tech ability, right? Okay, so we've got a Blood Rage. Drac becomes a raging force of nature, wading into battle with increased melee damage, damage reduction, and health regen. Melee damage bonus, damage resistance. So we want to pile points into Blood Rage here. Incinerate. Drac fires a projectile of contained plasma that inflicts ongoing burning damage to its target, with bonus damage to armor. Burning enemies are primed for combo detonations. Shielded enemies are unaffected by burning. Good to know. So we'll put a single point into that, but I think Blood Rage sounds a lot more enticing currently. So we'll get the base level of this. Oh, 30% melee. That's pretty tempting. Krogan Warrior. This is like shotgun, force damage. Okay, but I feel like putting a load of points into Blood Rage is probably a good idea, right? So at rank 2, it gets more recharge speed, so damage resistance, melee damage bonus, 15-second duration, 30-second recharge speed. Drax still loses health and shields, but can't die during Blood Rage. Eat better recharge speed, and more damage versus armor. Grizzled Veteran or Krogan Warrior. Let's go Grizzled Veteran, rank 2, more melee damage. And then... yeah. I'm happy with that. Blood Rage seems pretty important. Don't think I had many points with Vetra, did I? No. None for Cora. Perfect. We will do some catching up on the codex, but I'd like to find Liam first. Right, Vetra's in there. I don't think Liam has a set location, does he? Here he is. Right?
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omni Blade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
His accent just weirds me out. I don't know what his accent's about at all. What the hell did you just say?
Right. What?
Never mind. BS for the requisition. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Hustle?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I've cast it to the back of my mind. Alright, fine, let's engage.
I wanted exploration, to chase the cutting edge of Prothean research. I thought I'd found my calling. Seems like a long time ago.
600 years, give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
Okay, no. We're not romancing with Liam. He seems like he might be interested, and to be fair, he's one of the only people who's really asked us about us, rather than it just us asking them questions about them. But yeah, we're here to, we're tip of the spear. Brand new science, brand new everything.
I started in the Alliance, but it was the science that kept me going. And when that ended, well, if I wanted to be a part of the next big discovery, it had to be here.
Ah, I don't hear idealist a lot. Everyone's cynical.
Back at you, Costa. Why do you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story.
Okay.
But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
Yeah, it's a pressure for all of us.
If it all goes wrong, it could feel like we left for no reason.
I know why I'm here. A bad start can't change that. I won't let it.
Fair enough.
In crisis response, I'd focus on essentials. That's you and this team. Pathfinder leads to planets, leads to people. You've got your part covered. You got this. I'll do my damnedest to help with the rest.
Fair enough, dude. I appreciate the attitude at least. Uh-oh.
Prodromos. Sounds good, doesn't it?
No.
We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
I'm interested in you. God's sake. Tell me about yourself, Liam.
We barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
Alright. So what can you tell me about your family?
Tell me about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin, both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers or sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Problematic only child. Yeah, how can you even define traditional in an intergalactic galaxy, right? Society.
Traditional is a weird term for family, like normal. Who's that describe?
I suppose you're right. I sure didn't keep to tradition. I said goodbye to my mum and dad and got on a ship to Andromeda.
Yeah, and you were in a hustle unit, yeah?
You were a cop, then crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did. But it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
Yeah, sounds rewarding, I guess.
You found your place. Not everyone gets that.
I knew it. Glad for it every day. And that led me here.
Fair enough.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
To be honest, I mean, there's nothing wrong with him being like a kind of a straight arrow, right? There's a certain like endearing quality to that, I suppose, right? He knows who he is. He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to do. I can appreciate that. All right, let's go and talk. Oh, this is Gil, right?
Pathfinder making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Someone's got to check on you and your awful facial hair, buddy.
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, no telling what might fall off the Nomad when you're out there.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
Yeah, a lot of people are regretting that.
I doubt you were the only one.
Yes, but it's a new thing for me, regret. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda.
Is this a therapy
And I got
session, mate?
here and oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Oh, God. Okay, this guy's making Liam look like marriage material. Not only do his eyebrows not match his hair and beard, he's the least self-aware person that I think we've met. It wasn't just me who showed up.
You mean how jazzed you were that a Pathfinder showed up?
Tomato, potato. You just
What
keep
the
pointing this ship wherever you
fuck
want
are
it to
you
go,
on about,
and I'll
mate?
make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
As long as you shut up, yeah. Jesus. Can we put him in the airlock? Ugh.
Long time no chat. What's up?
Oh, God, I hate this guy. crew.
Seems like we have a good group here.
Well, Vetra and Suvi are my girls. Get along well. Lots of mutual respect. PB's a real spark plug. I like her, but she's exhausting. And Drax's my kind of guy. Brash. Takes no shit.
God.
As far as your Hyperion peeps go, the Doc's kind of nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me.
I'm just going to speak to my own prejudice here. Like, not seriously. I think, like, this, someone from the north of England, this is the kind of this is the kind of person from the south of England that you always fear meeting. Like, I would have no idea how to talk to someone like this. It would just aggravate me. Cora's great, so yeah, chill out, mate. We need people like her.
By the book keeps us alive.
Hey, variety's the spice of life, right? Different strokes makes for healthy debate.
What about Kello?
That's not
He's a pilot.
Which means
He flies the ship.
we're leaving it at that then?
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
I hear we have you to thank for getting the Tempest space ready so quickly?
Vetra brings her impossible feats to me. I was itching to get this particular call. Capital R ready. Don't tell her, but the truth is, I fudge reports to come in early, then bust ass in secret to make up for it. Expands the guild legend. Plus, I convey calm and assurance, and the whole team relaxes, which helps them do their jobs better.
Man, why is he? How can someone with ginger hair be this tanned? Is it just the lighting? Like, what is happening? Have you got any friends, or do they all just all of a sudden stop talking to you?
What's your social circle like?
Non-existent.
Good for a laugh, so I know lots of people, but I don't let too many in. My one true friend is stationed on the Nexus. She's the only piece of the Milky Way I brought with me. The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her.
Oh, okay. That means she's dead. That means that she's dead. It's like a picture or something of a dead wife, and he's covering it up with his brash personality. And now I'm the bad guy for hating him.
How tough was it on the Nexus all those months?
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue?
Yes.
Hasn't everyone?
Well, then you know. It's super tough. Wondering if you're gonna die from a critical malfunction, or maybe starvation, imagining which would be worse. But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and boredom to dwell on being a part of the biggest failure in galactic history. Maybe even participate in a revolt.
What was your take on that?
I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Truth is, I don't think anyone made out particularly well. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when your brother, your teammate, becomes an enemy. We traveled all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over scraps. It's sad.
Alright, see you later.
Good talking to you, Gil.
No, it wasn't.
Anytime.
Do one. Right, we're never speaking to Gil again. He is the worst. The absolute worst.
I'm in the galley when you're free.
Oh? Where's the galley? Biolab, airlock, bridge, escape pods. Meeting room. Our quarters, crew quarters. The oh, that's where he was before. God's sake. We'll go talk to the two pilots. Should be behind us, yeah? What did you want?
I've seen a lot of shit in my life, but that vault certainly was a first. Things are gonna be interesting with you around, kid.
I'll try my best.
Doesn't matter what life throws at me. It's what I make of it, right?
You keep that going, you just might live as long as I have. Minus 0 at the end.
Any more stories for me?
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pie jack scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Oh.
There's just something wrong about the kid.
Hmm.
The absolute single-mindedness.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Yeah, it seems like they don't have the soldiers don't have any agency, right? Yeah, that makes me think I've kind of got a few discussions with the squad mates kind of backed up here. Do you know what I mean? Anyone else gonna tell me to come and talk to them? I imagine we might get a little voice message like that.
Where's my data pad? Oh, how'd you get under there?
Oh, sorry.
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
I suppose it's beautiful in its own way.
I suppose it is a rather darkly beautiful phenomenon.
Darkly beautiful. I like that. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
That hairstyle from the character creator is really bad, isn't it? I might look into a mod for that, actually. See if we can change that hairstyle. Change Suvi's hairstyle. The divine intelligence behind all creation. What, are you religious?
You mean a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power.
No.
I know it's a little odd, but
Yeah.
I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
I know why. There's no God, Suvi. Come on now, for God's sake. If I'm being honest, this is exactly what I'd say. I really don't have tolerance for theism. I don't agree with that. But I don't know. I just don't agree with that. Well, hang on. It brings me closer to something greater than myself. That doesn't necessarily mean a god, right? I mean, a purpose greater than yourself and stuff like that, but I don't think so.
There's nothing about the universe that suggests a divine intelligence. And most of what we've seen in Helios is artificial, as you said yourself.
Yes, but we're creative beings. Whoever made the Remnant was too.
Well, yeah, that's
Why
different.
should that be proof against a god? Wouldn't a true creator want to pass on the drive to invent?
Oh no. Let's go for it, man. We're gonna be the guy, the inappropriate boss who just with everyone, right? Believe what you want. Yeah, I mean, she can believe what she wants, but if we're actually trying to have a debate, then I'm allowed to disagree with that. I always feel like you get made to feel bad for questioning people's faith when they're the ones who bring it up in like in the sense of a debate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not allowed to disagree with them just because you should be respectful of people's religions, and I am respectful of their religions. But if they actually want to engage in a debate over something like that, then I think you're perfectly fine to question the validity of of everything they believe in. I think you know what I mean, right? I think you're perfectly fine to disagree with it as long as you're not a dick about it, basically. Yeah, we should talk about this over dinner.
I know I seem dismissive at first, but you have an interesting take on faith and science.
I think I've blown it.
I'd really like to pick your brain on that sometime. Maybe over drinks? The Nexus?
Oh!
I'd like that. Now I should probably update the rest of the team with my latest reports. We'll talk later.
Oh no. Alright.
I saw pictures of the vault. Astounding how big it is.
Yeah, very
And
much.
how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for?
Could go deep into the earth, yeah.
With what it has to do, it could go thousands of miles below the surface of the planet.
Or completely span it.
Mm.
An underground network. Just a thought, of course. I wouldn't even know where to start hypothesizing how it all works.
Maybe they...
The remnant builders, whoever, whatever they were, accomplished something far beyond us.
Maybe they built the planet. Maybe it's an entirely created world. Maybe all these worlds are. Maybe she's right about this suggestion of a creator. Listen, I like you, okay? God. Why? Why would you put that? Are we like 14 years old? What is going on? Dear me. So, I take it you know the science team on the Nexus?
I take it you work closely with the Nexus science team?
I try to keep in contact with them. We discuss anything and everything we discover out here. After all, many brains are better than one, and Dr. Aridana is worth 2 or 3 at least. I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of.
Nice. And the scans of Andromeda, the original scans?
I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see Andromeda all the way from home.
It confused me too. I mean, the light lag would have made any data 2 million years out of date. So I asked Dr. Aridana, and she told me, well, it wasn't her tech that did it. It was the Geths.
Oh, right.
You're kidding. Those killer robots we had in the Milky Way?
Oh.
Those exact ones. The initiative obtained data from an array in deep space, a Geth construct. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt a mass relay and turned the approach corridor into an FTL sensor.
FTL sensor. So a faster-than-light telescope? They could survey Andromeda as it was?
Not exactly, but it cut down the lag by enough. We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know.
Yeah, hard to get details on that intel.
How did the Initiative even get its hands on Geth knowledge? They're isolationist and hostile.
I don't know, Ryder. Maybe I don't want to know.
Fair enough. Just thinking about the Geth one. I'm sorry. I must go to them. Oh man. Okay, so the terraforming, do you think that how far do you think this terraforming goes? Do you think they actually could have created a planet from scratch?
What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network?
From what I can tell, the vault is designed to adjust almost everything about a planet. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. There's even evidence that it can propagate life.
Yeah.
If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
I just wonder why they put that thing in about her faith in creators and everything, and it's making me think about all this stuff with... Is it Remnant? Is it Revenant? I keep forgetting. Yeah, maybe they are essentially like the gods of this galaxy. They could change anything. Obviously, something happened to them, but... The Scourge.
What do you know about the Scourge?
We established that it's artificial. Someone put it there. Or they did something that caused its creation. We don't know why. That's still a mystery.
So I tell you, maybe did you have a particularly religious upbringing, or is this something that comes from a scientific base? Strangely enough, I know that can be the case, right? I think sometimes when some people delve into certain areas of science, it can create a certain spirituality, a connection to the true state of things, can actually make people more spiritual or religious, I guess. Although I expressed, you know, that I am an atheist, but I'm not ignorant to the various arguments for the different types of faiths.
When did you start believing in a god?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. So when I became a teenager, let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found God.
Okay.
But your work as a scientist
Convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular biology, physics. The patterns I kept seeing over and over again, they were like an artist's watermarks. God, to me, is an artist. An inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That's what I was just talking about, right? I can't believe I'm gonna hopefully we say this with a bit more nuance. Jesus.
I'm really glad you volunteered to join our crew, by the way.
I am too. New galaxy and all. I'm honored to be here.
Okay, we didn't just say what was said before, so hopefully this is a bit more nuanced.
No, I mean,
Oh.
I think you're cute and I like seeing you up here.
Oh my goodness, Ryder!
Also, the accent. The accent is, I mean, it's not the only thing, but, okay, I should just go over there to the piloting thing.
Kill me now.
Ryder, thank you. And so, you know, the feeling's mutual.
Yes! I mean, time to Pathfind. Serious business. Saving everyone.
Oh, that was great. That was a great cut. That was a great cut to Callow there, man. That was a great cut because they hadn't the camera hadn't cut to him once.
What's going on?
I should get back to things.
Oh, that
Sounds
was great,
good.
man. That was great. My man.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector?
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
No, that's great.
I could stand here and drink in that view all day.
When I was test piloting the ship back home, I often did. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
Oh, don't talk about the shore, man. Oh, God. She's talking about the Geth. Got a Solarian talking about the shore, right? The seashells. Yeah, fair enough. I'd have done the same.
I get it. Like leaving a good story half finished.
The team liked that one of us was going. It felt right after all we went through. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil.
Oh.
Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Eidetic memory.
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening.
Okay, that's
Though I
fascinating.
suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Any word on it? I don't think we'll get any information here, Mo.
Did you hear anything about the Ark back on the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
I do think it's worth considering. So the Ket have. It seems like their soldiers are kind of either clones or they're thralls or they're like mind controlled in some way. So maybe we need to start thinking in like Reaper indoctrination territory here. Maybe there's some kind of the Ket have gained some kind of influence over someone on the Nexus, which is why things have been going way worse than you'd expect after a short period of time. I mean, there's Tan, but he's a bit of a prick, right?
Cheer up, Callow. We'll always have Director Tan.
That snide little bureaucrat? All the more reason to find the others. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time.
Excellent. Anything else, Callum?
What can I do for you?
Oh, nice. Right, so the only thing that I really don't like is all of these romance options being presented before we've even met, before we even know anything about these people, or before we've even experienced anything with them. I really don't like that. I feel like we should get to experience a significant portion of the game before these options ever show up, right? I feel like you should be at least halfway through the game before these, you know, and you should be able to maybe, there should be maybe a hint of flirting or something, but there shouldn't just be a full-on, I think I'm in love with you, and we don't know anything about most of them, right? So I really don't like that all of them have shown up straight away. I could maybe understand maybe one, if there's an immediate tension with one person, maybe. But all of them being an option is just a bit weird. A lot weird. I feel like we should just experience things with them, and it's a slow burn. That's what it would be like if you were going to end up in a romance with a colleague, essentially, which is what all these people are. It would be a slow burn, right? It would be a slow burn. That's what it's always like. What do you think of the crew?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's sitting right there.
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I'll admit it. Gil's rather irritating.
Yes.
He insists on redesigning systems rather than maintaining them.
He likes to do things his way.
Yeah, because he's a dickhead.
That doesn't make it the right way.
Oh yeah, we got told. The doctor told us he's a gossip, right?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Liam's quite fun. Not
Yeah.
many humans have that kind of energy. I probably shouldn't have told him there are secret compartments in the armory, though. He's been looking all day.
Yeah, man. Like Gil has made Liam look like really awesome. I actually quite like Liam after talking to him there. Just like I said, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with being like a straight arrow like that.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Dr. Tapero seems nice, if quiet. It must be very different here, compared to the Hyperion. Fewer people in stasis shock.
Yeah, true.
Let's keep it that way. What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Given Drax's history with Solarians, it's probably better I just stay out of his way.
Yeah, true.
Too bad. That grunion roast he makes smells delicious.
What do you think
What
of
do you
the
think
rest
of the rest of the crew?
I like PB. But I really hope she doesn't lean on the escape pod's manual release by accident.
Is that easy to do?
It's an escape pod. If it's difficult to use, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. I really like Kylo, man. He's just got he's got like that perfect pinch of Solarian, just, you know, the whole vibe, the eidetic memory and everything, and yeah. It was interesting what he said about his memory being so good that he's essentially kind of time traveling almost. Does that make sense? Like he can experience the past in such clarity that he's essentially experiencing it again, which is a mad concept, right?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Vetra's very kind. She actually got hold of some dried seaweed snacks for me. Said I needed feeding up.
Yeah, she likes taking care of people.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I don't talk to Cora much. She always seems so busy. There are things I'd like to ask her about your father, but it never seems like a good time.
Yeah.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Oh, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
Okay.
If you helped to build the Tempest, you must know plenty about her.
Just about everything, by memory. It was quite the effort to get her working. The initiative needed absolutely up-to-date technology, which we all had to coordinate, and some of it was rather tricky to acquire.
Acquire?
Buy, legally and above board, of course. Yes. Sadly, the other Pathfinder vessels were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique.
Oh, right, okay. Any other stories?
Tell me something else about the ship.
Her engine's based on the Ark's Odyssey drive, which got us through dark space.
Oh, right.
The core takes the static electricity it generates and stores it in capacitors. We basically make our own power supply.
Oh, nice.
It took Serena and Tion weeks to get it working on a smaller ship. And a few electrical shocks.
Tell me something else about the ship.
Our aerospace engineer was Tianada Vasmore, a Quarian fellow, and
nice.
absolutely fearless. Once, some Omega scrap dealer pulled the "we don't sell to Quarians" nonsense. Tion found a workaround.
What did he do?
He glued a memory foam to his environmental suit, then, during the negotiations, leaned against the drive core he wanted, very casual. It made a perfect mold of the components, and the scrap dealer was none the wiser.
Oh, that's clever.
Tell me something else about the ship.
The glass on board? It's actually a clear oxide and nanofiber compound. It bends rather than shattering.
Nice.
How tough is it? We're only an arm's length away from hard vacuum.
Our testing involved 3 drunk Krogan with sledgehammers and a C-sec battering ram. It's sturdy.
Nice.
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal and we, added a few embellishments. For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
Oh, engineer pranks. Great.
Tell me something else about the ship.
I'm all out of stories for
Okay.
now. Sorry. You'll have to make some new ones.
I mean, we know a lot about the Solarians already, but...
You know, I haven't actually met many Solarians.
Careful. Depending who you ask, we're conniving spies, genius researchers, or meddling scientists. We have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. Everything
Yeah.
gets accelerated. Lines blur. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
Yeah, fair enough. Right,
I'll
good
let
chat.
you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Okay, he's awesome. So it's only really Gil that's a pain in the ass. So we'll put him in the airlock as soon as possible. We can change our loadout in there. Heebs is in here. Alright guys, so like I said, I felt like we were going to spend the whole episode in here, but yeah, we've tried to romance everybody with a pulse. That was a bit weird, but Suvi seems to have that feeling back towards us, strangely enough, even though we've only spoken for 5 minutes. Broached some interesting topics with Suvi. Callow's awesome. We got to know Liam a bit better, which I actually ended up really enjoying. We kind of slightly romanced Vetra, whose name I just forgot. But I'll probably opt out of that. I think Suvi's probably a better choice right now. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. We'll see how their character arcs unfold. See what other characters we meet. If we pick up any others. There seem to be a few empty rooms, so I imagine they might get filled up. I hope that they get filled up. The more the merrier, right? That was one of the better things about Mass Effect 2. Although some characters didn't have as much depth, but having a big cast like that is always fun. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. We'll head out onto the galaxy map next time. Leave me a like if you enjoyed it, and just remember, everybody, never trust an on crate. I'll see you next time.